Stay in Canada with these options once your post-graduation work permit expires. In today's video update, let's go through your permanent residency and work permit options to stay in Canada. Do you wish to remain in Canada after your post-graduation work permit? If yes, then there are several routes you can choose, depending on your plans and personal circumstances. The PGWP is a single opportunity, and there are no extensions. Typically, it lasts as long as your study program. For instance, if you accomplished a one-year credential, you receive a PGWP for 1 year. The maximum validity of the PGWP is up to 3 years. As an open work permit, a PGWP lets you be employed anywhere in Canada. However, suppose you want to apply for Canadian immigration. In that case, it will help you get a job in a skilled occupation. This term, skilled, nowadays directs towards occupations, which Canada classes into skill levels 0, A, and B, on the National Occupational Classification. These skill levels will vary in 2022, when the latest occupation classification system becomes operative. You can check your occupation skill level at the government website. Even though there are definite immigration choices for people who work in other fields, holding work experience in a skilled occupation can make you eligible for Canada's most popular immigration pathway, Express Entry. We won't advise which pathway you should take for Canadian immigration, since there is no easy route. Our video will simply discuss your options to stay past your PGWP, enabling you to make an informed decision based on your individual preference. So how can you apply for immigration? Applying to a particular immigration program will qualify for a bridging open work permit. This permit will allow you to continue working in Canada if your PGWP expires before receiving permanent residency approval. Now, let's take a brief look at Express Entry. Many applicants believe that Express Entry is an immigration program, but it is actually an application management system for 3 federal immigration programs and a few provincial nominee programs. Following are the 3 Express Entry managed programs: Canadian Experience Class, CEC, Federal Skilled Worker Program, FSWP, and Federal Skilled Trades Program, FSTP. To immigrate via Express Entry, you must first be eligible for either one of the 3 programs. Once you have entered the pool of applicants, you are given a score based on the comprehensive ranking system. Only after you receive an invitation to apply from Canada's Immigration Department, the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, will you be able to apply for immigration. You require at least the minimum CRS points needed for a given Express Entry draw to get an ITA. IRCC plans these draws around every 2 weeks, where they invite the top scoring candidates to apply for Canadian immigration. Next, let's move on to the Provincial Nominee Program. With the exceptions of Nunavut and Quebec, provincial nominee programs are handled by most Canadian provinces and territories. There are 2 broad categories of PNPs. Enhanced PNPs probe the Express Entry pool to invite candidates for a provincial nomination, and the candidates receive an automatic 600 points toward their overall score with a provincial nomination. This award drives them to the top of the Express Entry candidates pool and enables them to receive an ITA in a subsequent draw. Individuals who do not qualify for Express Entry could immigrate to Canada via a base PNP. These programs let you apply for a provincial nomination directly to the province, backing your permanent residence application to the federal government. Some of these base PNPs are also open to individuals whose work experience does not come under the category of skilled occupation. PNPs do not necessarily demand any experience in the province or a job offer, although they could normally help. Selecting a PNP is one part of deciding what you qualify for and another part of determining which province you actually want to reside in. When it comes to Quebec immigration, here's what you need to know. Quebec has its own immigration system. To immigrate to Quebec, you require a Quebec Selection Certificate. This document would support your immigration application to the federal government. Although Quebec is the most independent province regarding immigration, only the federal government is authorized to issue permanent residency status. If you speak French, studied, and worked in Quebec, you could be suitable for the Quebec Experience Program. This program is a popular option for Quebec PGWP holders. You can apply as an international student or as a temporary foreign worker. International students must meet specific eligibility criteria on education, demonstrate their French language proficiency, and indicate their intent to settle in Quebec. Workers require a minimum of 2 years of full-time work experience in a skilled occupation. They also must be employed at the time of application and prove their French language ability. Alternately, if you speak French and hold skilled work experience, you could be eligible to immigrate to the province through the Quebec Skilled Worker Program, QSWP. Now let's find out about the Atlantic Immigration Pilot. Canadian employers now can easily hire foreign talent via the Atlantic Immigration Pilot. You might qualify if you are employed in the following provinces: Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, or Nova Scotia. 3 streams fall under this program. 1 for skilled workers, 1 for graduates of the Atlantic region, and 1 for intermediate skilled workers, which comprises occupations under skill level C. The next option we'll be discussing is family sponsorship. Suppose your spouse or common law partner is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. In that case, spousal sponsorship could be ideal for you. If you are an inland applicant, you might be able to gain advantages from an open work permit, particularly for spouses and common law partners of Canadians who are proceeding through the immigration process. You could also remain as a temporary resident. If none of these options work out for you, still there could be options to extend your stay in Canada through a different work permit. Here are brief details on obtaining work permits, LMIAs, and trade agreements. To obtain a Canadian work permit, your employer is typically required to do a labor market impact assessment. This process is generally lengthy and includes a fee. However, other work permit options under the International Mobility Program boost the process. These work permits are created to promote Canada's broad economic, social, and cultural policy objectives. These work permit programs are suitable for workers whose existence in the country would add a significant social or cultural benefit. A few examples include film and TV workers, entrepreneurs, and self-employed workers. Canada also contains trade agreements that let nationals of particular countries work in Canada without an LMIA. The United States and Mexican nationals could qualify for a CUSMA Professionals Work Permit if they have organized employment in one of the 60 eligible occupations. Canada has trade agreements under CETA for citizens of the European Union and CUTCA for United Kingdom citizens. Furthermore, if you belong to a country that has a bilateral agreement with Canada, you could be eligible to remain on an International Experience Canada program. We have reached the end of today's video update. If you found this information helpful, like and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.